There is a kind of silence that arrives not because nothing is happening, but because life has stopped explaining itself to you. No feedback, no reassurance, no visible affirmation that what you are doing is right or even noticed, just quiet. And in that quiet, you are left alone with your effort, your responsibility, and your own thoughts. At first, silence feels uncomfortable. It feels like absence, like being overlooked, like something is missing. We are conditioned to expect noise when things are working. Updates, reactions, responses, signals that confirm progress. So, when silence arrives, the instinct is to interpret it as failure or rejection. But silence is not empty. It is dense. It contains pressure, tension, and possibility. And over time, it begins to shape you in ways noise never could. Noise gives feedback quickly, but it rarely builds depth. Silence, on the other hand, removes distraction. It strips away external validation and forces you to rely on internal structure. This is where strength begins to form. When there is no applause, no encouragement, no recognition, you learn whether your effort is rooted in alignment or dependency. You discover whether you are acting because it matters to you or because you are waiting to be seen. Silence exposes motivation. And that exposure is uncomfortable, but honest. In silence, you begin to hear your own patterns more clearly. The doubts that resurface, the fears that repeat, the questions that refuse to leave. Without external noise to drown them out, these thoughts come forward, not to harm you, but to be acknowledged. Strength does not come from suppressing these thoughts. It comes from staying present with them without allowing them to control your actions. This is where silence becomes training. You learn to hold uncertainty without reacting impulsively. You learn to sit with discomfort without escaping into distraction. You learn to continue doing what needs to be done, even when it feels unseen. That capacity to continue without reinforcement is rare. And it is powerful. Most people equate strength with intensity, loud effort, constant motion, visible struggle. But intensity burns quickly. It demands energy that cannot always be sustained. Silence teaches a different kind of strength, a quieter one, a steadier one. This strength is not fueled by urgency. It is fueled by stability. When things are loud, momentum carries you. When things are silent, only structure remains. Habits, values, discipline, identity. These are what hold you together when motivation fades. Silence reveals whether those structures exist. For people carrying responsibility quietly, parents, providers, leaders who don't announce themselves, silence is familiar. It is the space where decisions are made without applause, where effort continues without recognition, where strength is required not to perform, but to endure. Silence trains emotional regulation. Without external signals to guide your mood, you must regulate internally. You must decide how much energy to give to worry, how much to reserve for action, how much to protect for recovery. This regulation becomes resilience. You also learn discernment. In silence, you realize not every thought deserves attention. Not every feeling requires a response. Some emotions pass if you let them. Others clarify if you observe them calmly. Noise amplifies emotion. Silence refines it. Another way silence builds strength is by removing comparison. In quiet seasons, there is less visibility into what others are doing, less opportunity to measure yourself against timelines that aren't yours. This creates space to reconnect with your own pace. Comparison thrives on noise. Silence weakens its grip. Without constant updates, highlights, and announcements, you begin focusing inward, on what you can control, on what matters now, on what kind of person you are becoming, rather than how you are being perceived. This shift stabilizes identity. Silence also builds patience, not passive patience, but grounded patience. The patience that understands that timing matters, that not everything moves when you want it to, that forcing progress often creates fragility. In silence, you stop trying to outrun time. You learn to move with it. This does not mean silence is comfortable. There will be moments when it feels heavy, moments when doubt returns, moments when the lack of feedback makes effort feel pointless. But this is exactly where strength is formed, not by eliminating doubt, but by continuing despite it. Strength is not certainty. Strength is steadiness in the presence of uncertainty. Silence also removes performance. When no one is watching, there is no image to maintain, no role to play, just you and the work. This honesty is rare, and it sharpens integrity. You begin acting in alignment with your values rather than external expectations. You make decisions that feel right, even if they go unnoticed. This internal consistency is the foundation of quiet confidence. Confidence built in silence does not need validation. It does not announce itself. It shows up when needed and remains calm under pressure. Silence also teaches restraint. When nothing is happening externally, there is a temptation to create noise, to force change, to provoke reaction, to seek stimulation. But restraint teaches you that not every pause needs interruption. Sometimes the strongest action is allowing space. This restraint protects you from impulsive decisions made to relieve discomfort rather than serve long-term stability. It allows clarity to emerge naturally instead of being forced prematurely. Silence builds trust, not blind trust, but earned trust. Trust in your ability to endure. Trust in your judgment. Trust that you can remain grounded even when outcomes are unclear. This trust changes how you approach future challenges. You no longer panic at uncertainty. You recognize it as a familiar terrain. You know how to move slowly, deliberately, without losing balance. Silence also deepens empathy. Having experienced invisibility, you become more attuned to others who are carrying weight quietly. You listen more carefully. You judge less quickly. You recognize that strength often hides behind calm exteriors. This empathy strengthens leadership. It allows you to create stability for others without needing to dominate or control. Over time, silence reshapes your relationship with progress. You stop expecting constant confirmation. You become comfortable with delayed results. You understand that some of the most important growth happens before anything visible changes. And when progress finally does return, it often feels quieter than expected. Not dramatic, not overwhelming, just aligned. And because silence prepared you, you are ready to receive it without losing yourself. People may call it luck, or timing, or sudden breakthrough. You will know it was built slowly, quietly, patiently. Silence did not weaken you, it strengthened you. If you are in a quiet season now, it does not mean you are forgotten. It means you are being shaped. It means your foundation is being reinforced. It means your strength is becoming internal rather than dependent. You do not need to rush this season. You do not need to fill it with noise. You do not need to prove anything. Let silence do its work. Strength grows where attention is steady and effort continues without announcement. And when the world becomes loud again, You will carry something rare, calm that does not collapse under pressure.